Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great morning. Today we're going to be in Mark 9:14 through 20. And just a little context, leading up to this, multiple disciples had just got to witness the transfiguration, and Jesus sit there and have a conversation with Elijah and Moses. And so they're getting to witness all these miracles. Jesus is starting to reveal some information about the certain torture and torment that he's about to face. Anyways, they're coming back down a hill, and that's kind of where we're going to kick off. So it goes, when they came to the other disciples, they saw a large crowd around them and the teachers of the law arguing with them. As soon as all the people saw Jesus, they were overwhelmed with wonder and ran to greet him. "What are you arguing with them about?" he asked. A man in the crowd answered, "Teacher, I brought you my son who is possessed by a spirit that has robbed him of speech. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him to the ground. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive out the spirit, but they could not." Jesus responds, "You unbelieving generation, how long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy to me." So they brought him. When the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into a convulsion. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. So in this, obviously the disciples are unable to cast this demon out, and Jesus is able to automatically get an emphatic response from the demon, which, in a bunch of other testimonies and stuff from the New Testament, it's hard to get a demon out of somebody whenever it causes the person to become mute, so you can't get the name of the demon or any other information from him. But this is just further example that, evil can't stand the sight of pure and holiness, which was Jesus. So this is one of the few times where Mark actually gives more information than any of his counterparts. You can find the parallel passages in Matthew 17:14 and Luke 9:37, but they all are pretty short and to the point in this message, and Mark actually goes into a little more detail than they did. The main common denominator is Jesus calling out the disciples for their lack of belief, their lack of faith. And I just wanted to make sure that that's kind of the message that we go with today. And this is what my heart is for you. I want you to stop trying to do everything in your own power. I know I struggle with it more than anybody. That ultimately is pride, that's flesh. We are to completely submit to him. There's a reason that he's the good shepherd and we're the sheep. Sheep aren't meant to carry weight. Sheep aren't meant to feed themselves. Sheep aren't meant to defend themselves. We're to rely on him for everything. And this story isn't a story about the Holy Spirit not being able to take care of something, right? It's more of their lack of faith in what God and Jesus gave them. Because if they had had faith, they wouldn't have had to learn this hard lesson in the frustration of Jesus, right? Every single story of his miracles are due to our faith and the person that needs healing's faith. So think about it this morning. What are you doing that impedes that from happening? He wants to give to us. He wants to be our protector, our provider. He has all the power in the universe. He controls everything. And for us to try to take something on that should have been given to him, it is a slap in his face. He paid an ultimate price for us. He gave his son for us. He created us. He knows every hair on our head. He wants to take care of us, and we just have to have faith in him, and we need to stay in his flock. So I hope this blesses you this morning. I hope you have a great day.